What's up, and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 215. It's just me and Wonder. I remembered the intro music this time, though. So, well, he reminded me, but I'm going to say I remembered because I need some credit. Dude.
I'm still going to claim responsibility.
Dude, my memory has been so off all day today. I needed to go talk to Rena about something. So I got up, walked there, but she had her door closed, so I had to knock. And in the process of knocking, I forgot what the fuck I was back there for. It's like, yeah, I don't remember. I'm just too ADHD. I had to knock on this door, and now I got nothing. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know I went and threw darts yesterday, and it was not the most ideal.
Oh, it's okay. Get it out of your system now.
That's my hope. That's my hope.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope I don't continue the trend that, at this particular bar, I seem to be struggling.
I hope I continue the trend of the last couple of weeks of me playing. Just let me stay cooking. But who knows? I need everybody else to show up this week too.
Hey, I showed up last week.
A little bit. You tried. See, you did, but you didn't. Because you tried to lose every single game. Never once did you have a lead, and never once could you hit your final dart. You had to try to hit your final dart 7 times.
Well, see, actually, the first round I did pretty well. Because I was behind by 200 and some points.
That's
and
my
then I came back and then finished. Because if I didn't, I would have lost. So.
But that's my point. You didn't play well. You were down by 200.
It was not my fault. She hit 2 triple 20s and then a triple 19, and then it's like, oh, good lord. I was hitting in the 50s. Like, I was still getting 50 points. But when somebody's hitting that high, hitting low tons every time they throw, it's hard to keep up with them. And the fact that I came back and still won that is impressive to me.
So last night, me and Kevin were playing, and I had a game. He hit 119 points in his first round, 117 in his second round.
Damn.
I'm like, dude, okay. I still almost 3 round out at him though.
Yeah.
And then I fucked up the 4th round. I needed a.
That's usually how I do.
And then he ended up getting me in the 5th because he was struggling. But I almost ruined the game of his life, which would have been funny. But I needed a 15, and I hit a triple 10. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah. and technically, I wasn't the only we had one teammate that struggled. The other one was doing good too. He went 3 and 12.
Well, no, I think I'm the only one who. No, Tony also got a 3rd game. I guess Chris did too, but his didn't count. His didn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, because you never got your 3rd game.
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
I went 3. Yeah, we both had 3 wins,
right?
And we didn't play our last game. Remember?
I know, because I'm still mad because I wanted my 4-0.
I just counted as a win. If they forfeit, that's a
right.
If they don't want to play it, they didn't play it, so that's a win for us. That's why I count it.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, true.
It doesn't feel the same as a win.
Yeah.
A win by technicality does not feel like a win.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't go towards your overall wins anyway, so
right.
It's tournament, but it's still kind of a mental thing, like, yes, finally went 4-0,
Right. Well, and I feel like there should be a whole new tracker just for the tournament.
Right.
I think there really should be like a playoff MVP award.
Yeah.
Like, if we win the tournament and I don't lose a game, like, that should mean something.
Mm-hmm.
But it just doesn't.
That's where I always thought, so, they used to count, low tons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's where I thought, you don't count them throughout the regular season, but count them in the tournament. And then that's how you can add up total points and total low tons and stuff like that to pick an MVP, like a tournament MVP or something like that. Yeah.
Right. Like, yeah, I don't know.
I think that would be pretty cool. But I don't know. I feel like the people that are running it are trying to keep things simple, because once you start keep adding things, it gets complicating sometimes. Then you have miscommunications, and then you have upset people, and they have plenty of that
People are
already.
upset all the time. I don't know. I think there should just be a thing for like whatever team wins the championship. I think that like, I don't know, the player who played best throughout the tournament on that team should get something.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm hoping our team continues to play well, and I'm banking on that being me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't plan to lose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know me.
This is going to be a big win if we win.
You know me. The pressure's real now, which means I'm locked in.
Yeah, right.
There's something about it. When it gets real, I lock the fuck in. It's when we're just, we already won, or the other team already won. It's like, I can't focus anymore. I don't know what's going on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The sense of pressure has left the chat.
Right. I need that sense of pressure. Unless we're playing Fortnite. That's not even true, though. I've been clutching up. The other night, I had a 17 kill win where we were in squads, and Jedi, Eero, and Artie all died.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Heart was racing.
Like that one battle I shouldn't have won, that one squad we had.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this guy that was just a buildy fanatic, and I didn't build one time and still fucking beat him somehow.
Wonder just doesn't build. Bro is afraid of the build button.
Well, when I was playing on controller, I was getting to where I was, building, even starting to edit pretty well. And then switched to keyboard and mouse, and now I got to restart on how to, get my binds together and, all kinds of shit. It's like, I don't know, hitting the reset button.
Yeah.
But
darts, man. Darts is something. Oh, so here's something I wanted to bring up last week. I think it was last week. I don't know. I wanted to bring it up at some point, but I keep forgetting. But I remembered now. Because apparently I am the weirdo. I am a psychopath. So we need to... I want to see if it continues here. So if I tell you to think of an apple, like close your eyes and think of an apple.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see an apple?
Yes.
I don't.
You don't?
No, when I think of stuff that I just I don't know. I don't see anything. Like I close my eyes and think of an apple. There's nothing there. There's just nothing. I could describe the apple, but I can't see it. There's nothing there.
My mind's also strange too, because when I close when you tell me that, the first thing that comes to my mind is the first apple I've ever seen in a child's book, like when I was real young, which was like a red apple with a bite taken out of it, and there's like a little green worm sticking out of it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's the first thing that pops into my mind, and I haven't thought of that image since I was probably 6 or 7 years old, and it's just boop, there it is.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's a thing that I actually have, but it seems like it. It's called aphantasia. It's the inability to have a visual experience when thinking about things in their absence. And even like when I read, I don't see it. Literally, my brain, it feels like works like a book. It is just the words and the description. I don't see it, which is weird because I create all these worlds and I can think of what they're supposed to look like, but I can't see it. If that makes sense.
So I think that's why you retain information better than I do.
Maybe.
Because I have to be able to see it to retain it.
Sure.
You don't have to.
That makes sense.
You know how to. Your brain knows how to retain the information without seeing it. So like when I'm sitting there listening to somebody talk, the things that they're talking about, I have to visualize what's happening in my head in order to remember what they've said, or retain the information that that allows me to learn. Which sucks because it's like a lot of extra steps to try and learn something. But it can also be, advantageous,
Right.
if, because, especially like when it comes to like formulas or something like that. If I run a formula and see that formula and I do it a couple times, I can usually remember that formula, just visualize it in my head and write that formula out. Now, am I still going to be able to solve it in the end? I don't know. That comes down to just, doing it enough that I know how to solve the formula, but I can at least remember the formula.
But yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, I don't know, it's just weird that, yeah, I don't know. And I can't comprehend what you mean by like you see it. I can't figure out what that actually means. And I'm sure you can't figure out what it means to know I don't see anything. I'm sure that's really like odd. But like just thinking about stuff, I don't see it, which is weird.
Right.
There's no visualization there.
Right. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Because I know there's also people out there that they'll visualize it, but everything they visualize is just black and white.
No,
Like there's no
I mean,
color,
there's nothing. There's just
right.
nothing.
I know there's nothing for you, but I
Yeah.
also
Oh, yeah.
heard about people who
Oh, yeah.
Do you visualize colors and stuff like that?
So I've looked into it, and it's like a thing where like there's levels to it, because some people can visualize more clearly than they can like actually see things in real life, that'd be so sick. But like, yeah,
Right.
it's dull and flat. It could be black and white. It could be all sorts of things.
You know who those type of people are, right? They're artists.
Yeah, fair. That makes sense.
That's why they can just literally, picture something in their mind and draw it out. It's because they can literally just see it in their mind and draw it.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I am not talented enough to do that.
So
I do
yeah,
not see things well enough.
this thing, it's like, do you think you might have aphantasia? Consider the following. Think of a friend or family member and try to conjure an image of their face in your mind. How clearly can you see stuff? It's like, dude, there's nothing there. I don't know.
I just had hundreds of people run through my mind. I'm not even shitting you. It's like boop, 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 just face after face.
Yeah, I got nothing
running through my mind.
I got nothing. How clearly can you picture their characteristic movements and gestures? It's like, I can't. How vividly can you picture their clothing? It's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Because, like, I see nothing, but it's like, what do you picture for wonder? It's like, I don't know, probably a t-shirt and shorts. In my head, it's always that stupid fucking, like, blue and, like, yellowish tank top thing. You're like, you would know the one if I could, like, describe it better, but I can't. But, like, it's your tank top that's, like, palm tree-y.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I have two of them that are technically kind of like that. So I got one that's, like, beast mode on.
Yeah, no, not that one.
And then there's the other one that's in my closet.
Palm tree, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And then
that one's just blue and black.
Oh, is it? Why did I think it was yellow? I don't know what I'm on. And then like for whatever reason it like reverts back to middle school and that one pair of red shorts you wore like daily.
Well, it wasn't technically. I had like 3 or 4 pairs of red shorts.
Yeah, but they were all the same short.
Exactly, because the reason why, and it was those interchangeable shorts where you could flip them inside out and they would be black, but the strings would be on the outside. That would piss me off. So the reason why is I got 2 pair of those, and then my brother got 2 pair of them, and they didn't fit him, so he gave me his 2 pair. So I had 4 pair of the same short. So every once in a while you'd see me wearing a different short. Most times it was red.
Yeah. That's wild.
But, yeah.
But yeah, it's very weird. Apparently I'm mind blind. So that's interesting. a bunch of the stuff I've read, it's like most people that have aphantasia go into like STEM fields, so like science, technology, that type. And it's like,
Mhm.
huh, that makes sense, I guess. Uh, yeah, I don't know.
Hmm. I don't know if I'm looking forward to stuffing 1,500 plastic eggs tonight.
Oh, gotta get ready for Easter, huh?
Yeah, we have the Easter egg hunt on Saturday. So that'll be exciting. Yeah, I wanted to do the podcast today because I also may possibly be playing volleyball tomorrow also, so
See,
I'm not sure on that yet.
so one of the ways they tested to figure out if aphantasia was like a real thing or people just had a poor recall of what they thought they imagined,
Mm-hmm.
they used a technique called binocular rivalry. The researchers told participants to imagine an image. Two different images were then shown to the participants via a 3D headset. One eye would see one image while the other eye saw a completely different image. When told to imagine one of these images beforehand, people without aphantasia were more likely to see the image they had previously like come up with. Where there was no such correlation between the imagined image and the dominant image people saw. So it's not that people with aphantasia have poor recall of their imaginings. They literally have no such visual imaginings to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
which is just, I
Yep.
don't know. It's weird to know that I'm weird. Especially, I don't know, like reading. I enjoy reading, but it's also like, why? Because, like, I don't know. How much cooler would it be if I could actually, like, visualize everything? I don't
Right.
know. Yeah.
I've always had an imagination, like just being able to write my own stories in my head
Well, see, but that's
and
my thing.
see them.
I was going to say, but that's my thing. I have an imagination. I can create a story, but,
Right,
like, I
right.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, like I can see my stories that I create in my head though.
right. Oh, interesting. Um, yeah, that makes sense. A study from 2020 found that people with aphantasia report decreased imagery in other sensory domains, including less vivid autobiographical memories. And you know me, I struggle with remembering things from the past, and also have
Mm-hmm.
less frequent and less visual dreams. I don't dream, like, ever. It
Hmm.
doesn't happen.
Weird.
I
I,
I know I have dreamed before and I can remember most of them, but
I wonder if like schizophrenia is like, I don't know, like an overactive imagination or something
maybe.
like that. Because I know some people with like schizophrenia can like, they'll see stuff, but maybe it's just their imagination and their imagination is so vivid that they feel like they're seeing it in real life, but they're not.
Right. Yeah, that could be. The study also found that these deficits had no impact on spatial ability. The lack of visual imagery also appeared to offer no protection against symptoms of trauma in response to stressful life events. So
Hmm.
that's rude. There's
Well,
no benefit, there's only negatives.
your mind knows it went through that. It just can't see it.
Yeah, well, maybe that is a positive. I don't know.
Like my trauma, when I go through trauma, I vividly can see what happened
I
over and
just
over
feel
and
it.
over and over. You can feel it. You know it happened.
I just feel it.
Oh,
I
you
can't
know,
re-see it, which maybe that's a good thing. But
like traumatic experiences from like when I was 5, I can just vividly remember smells, colors, you know, trees, insects, all kinds of things from when I was 5 years old from traumatic experiences. You would still if you were in my shoes, you would still recall what had happened, but you won't see it in your mind. So you still feel this, you're still feeling the same feeling. It's just, you don't see it. It was still shitty either way.
Right. Interesting.
So,
What's up?
you ready for Warzone?
Weirdly, kinda. Dude, I've been so the other night on stream I tried to play Black Ops 3. Oh my god. So
I
it
seen
wouldn't
your video.
connect. I couldn't get to a thing. That was fun. The video being able to play a couple games was nice. No, my brain went back to last night. I was recording a thing with Jedi, and I started looking through like how many hours I had in video games. Black Ops 3, it just told me just the number of hours on all three platforms. So I put it into a calculator. I have over 60 days in Black Ops 3.
Holy
Do you
shit.
know how fucking ridiculous that is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, I don't even remember how many days I had just Blackout alone
Oh,
when I went back and played.
Black Ops 4, I had over 500 hours in, which probably puts it at about 23 days, give or take.
Yeah.
Which most of that would have been Blackout, but I mean, there's a significant chunk of that would be zombies.
Yeah, I think it was in the 80s, if I remember right.
I don't know if it might have been that high. I don't know though.
Well, because there was a time where that's all I played. Like
right.
when I was at my brother's place, that's what I played. When I was here, that's what I played. That's and I played on the same account. So
right.
So yeah, that's all I ever played, and the majority of the hours I can say probably 20 of those days was getting the stupid little spray cans, so I could get
yeah.
So I could get what the hell do you call it?
I was always so mad about that because you kept the camos. You were going for camos. That's what that does.
But there's the one camo.
Dark matter, probably.
Dark matter. Yes.
Because I remember you doing that. Because every time I'd get on, you'd be like, "I got another 4 done," and it's like, "Bro, how?"
Well, and also the challenges. You remember doing that?
Yeah.
Some of those challenges sucked. They absolutely sucked. It took that one challenge to get the Russian dude. Holy shit. That took me like months to get the Russian dude. And people are like, well, I got it in the first day. I'm like, ow. Luck, apparently, because I remember it had something to do with you had to be in the turret of a gun, like a vehicle, and you had to, I don't know. There was like a bunch of steps you had to do, and there was like it was like timed too.
Interesting. But yeah. Yeah, learning that my brain is fucked up is always fun. Because, yeah, apparently only 3% of people in the world have aphantasia. So look at me. I'm another statistic.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny because in the fire department during our red card training, their whole thing was don't do this because if you do, you're more than likely going to become a statistic.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to be a statistic. That just makes me feel like if I become a statistic, it makes me feel like I don't know, unimportant. Like even though it is important, that's the whole point of a statistic. But like it still makes you feel like I don't know, not special. It's like, oh, watch this dumbass. Don't do what this dumbass did because it got him killed. That's kind of how I felt.
See, I think this is an interesting way to describe mine because, like, so I'm sorry, I'm sticking with this because it's been messing with my head and I wanted to yap about it on the internet. But like, you know, me, I can delve into a fantasy world in my own brain and I can like think of what stuff would look like entirely. It's truly like a book because I can sit here and say, walking by, this little 2-story building that looks like an old Irish cottage with the stone walls and the hay roof and whatever. But I can't see it. I can just perfectly like describe only the stuff that I know the words for. When I don't know the word for it, it's like, it's a thing.
it's like you read this book and you went, ooh, that would be a good idea, and you took the words and wrote them over here.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't see it. But but like thinking about people, I can't describe what you look like most of the time other than like, short brown hair, little fucking, what's this thing called? You got the little tuft
Goatee.
on his chin. That's not a goatee. That's just a tuft on your chin. You are trying. One day he will be Tony Stark.
Yes.
Is that what you're going for? You going for Tony Stark?
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
But it's starting to slowly fill in right here. Once it gets thick enough, then I can shave the neck beard part.
If I could just get here.
I'm kind of. I'm kind of looking for a Jon Snow kind of.
See, can I just have can I just steal what you have real quick? That would help a little.
See, I'm kind of bald in the front too, but I got more than you do.
Yeah.
Yours is all like here.
Yeah, it really does die off. I don't know.
Mine's not like.
And then my mustache is weird because it's longer than yours. It's just blonde.
Blonde, yeah.
Mine's for no
red.
Reason.
Mine's like dark. It looks like black, but if you get in the sunlight, it's all my facial hair is actually red.
Yeah, but facial hair's fucking annoying, and I just want it to fucking fill out already. God damn it! God damn it!
Well, it's inevitable. Our hair always goes from here, and then it just travels down here.
Well,
so you can never have the best of both worlds. It's either up here or down here.
Well, some people get
I'm starting to fade here, and that's why I'm getting a little more hair.
Some people get two, so just let me have the best of both worlds for like a year. Just let me have it, and then I can go fully bald. I don't care. Well, up top, I gotta have the beard. Gotta have the beard. But yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm ready for Alcatraz, man.
I'm very excited for it. Weirdly.
I know we're gonna get murdered, but
oh, absolutely. The guns from Modern Warfare 2019 are no longer in the game. So all of the guns that we have access to, we won't have any attachments for.
Wonderful.
Yes. And I know we should go play to level it up, but the only way to level it up is to play multiplayer, and I refuse to spend any money on Call of Duty.
Right.
I will only be playing Rebirth because it's free. So.
Yeah. Yep.
It's going to be a lot of picking up weapons off of dead people.
Hey, at least I have an Xbox controller I can play with now and just have it hooked because it's already connected to my PC.
For Call of Duty, it's way easier for me to use keyboard and mouse now. I can't use a controller anymore, dude. It doesn't feel right.
I can.
The only thing I can use it for is sports games or RPGs like Spider-Man and God of War. I can't first person shooter anymore. My aim is awful now.
Right.
And it used to be good, but now I've gotten so used to aiming. Oh yeah, new mouse. It looks like yours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty shitty. Yeah.
So,
used to be pink and pretty. Yeah.
How come you're back to it's where I can see you?
I don't know, I turned on my camera and it worked.
Oh.
because I still have my camera working on OBS. But most of the time, it's like your camera's open somewhere else, so we won't let you.
We are still recording, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, no.
I was
No.
about to say we would not have time to restart.
No, not today. No, no, sir. Oh.
And I wanted to get it done today because I might be playing volleyball tomorrow. So
Yeah, and I have to. I think Run the North is tomorrow. I should probably figure
Pick
out if
those
that's
guys up.
tomorrow or tonight.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that'd be pretty smart. But yeah, McDonald's has announced that Krispy Kreme is coming to stores nationwide.
Huh, that's why Krispy Kreme had like a 38% jump today in the stock market.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, why the hell is Krispy Kreme like the highest jump? Well, now I know.
McDonald's will begin selling Krispy Kreme donuts nationwide by the end of 2026. The rollout already began throughout 160 McDonald's locations in Kentucky, where customer
that's where my girlfriend's
satisfaction
at
and
right now.
results went beyond expectation. The collab will include 3 Krispy Kreme flavors, the iconic original glazed, the only one you really need.
Right, yeah, that's the only one.
But I mean, the chocolate iced with sprinkles, that'll be okay.
I don't
And
like that one.
the chocolate iced cream, because I don't know, it's probably a filled donut, but like,
Yeah.
But the original glazed. Now all I can picture in my head is getting a double quarter pounder with Krispy Kremes for the buns for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
My brain is a horrible place. I've created a monster. But yeah. I came up with more merch stuff that I got to get made, as well as more. I eventually still have to get merch made for you, kind of. You remember the cat juices one.
No.
But that one's going to wait until, the pre-TwitchCon subathon thing.
Yeah.
Got to have stuff to launch for the subathon. That's just how it goes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of Kentucky, my girlfriend is in Kentucky.
Nice.
The Kentucky Derby Museum or whatever that is.
Nice.
Yeah. She gets to do that for her college trip.
Ridiculous.
Oh no. It's been rough for her though, because they had to drive in shitty weather. And so they were supposed to get to their hotel last night at like 6 p.m. They didn't get there till almost 1 a.m.
Whew, that's tough.
And then they had to be out the door by 6. I was like, at that point, why did you even? I mean, just sat down in the hotel for a few hours and then left.
Yeah.
Got a little snooze in, and that was it. She's pretty tired today, rightfully so, because she's one of them people that's like on a schedule. Her body is on a schedule. She can lay in bed and exactly at the same time every night go to sleep and wake up at the exact same time in the morning without having an alarm. So that type of person. I am not. I don't force myself to go to sleep. I won't go to sleep till 2 o'clock every morning. So yay me.
I can't force myself to go to sleep. I just go to sleep when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Though I can force myself to stay awake if I'm in the middle of something and finally get tired. It's like, nope. Sorry, body. I got stuff to finish.
I usually just go make me a coffee or something.
Oh, I don't even need to do that.
It's not necessarily the drinking of the coffee that keeps me awake. It's the fact that I got up, and like used my mind to do something, and it helps me wake up. Video games, I can go into autopilot mode playing video games, which makes me tired.
That's fair.
That's usually when I start struggling at video games too, when my brain does that switch where it's like, I know I'm playing this game, but I'm not like coherently here. I think most people can, relate to that.
Oh man. Ooh, Tre'Davious White is signing with the Rams.
Mm,
Interesting.
good for him.
So the Rams are rebuilding their Super Bowl contender, but they don't have Aaron Donald. Watch Aaron Donald unretire the week before the wild card game.
Right.
Just come back for the Super Bowl run. That'd be classic. I'd do it.
Yeah.
Did you see the bridge in Baltimore that had a cargo ship run into it? Yeah.
First thing I seen on TikTok when I opened it this morning was
It was the
a video of.
That's what I saw when I was like I went and like laid down to go to bed, like 4 videos of this bridge getting struck by a cargo ship. I guess the cargo ship had like a whole bunch of issues and kept like losing power, and that's what caused it to.
As soon as what annoys me is apparently, I don't know if this is 100% true or not, but this is what I've heard. Is that as soon as they left the dock or the harbor or whatever, they lost like their propulsion power. And so when you're that big of a vessel, it's kind of hard to steer if you don't have propulsion.
Right.
And they radioed ahead and called ahead to the bridge and or to the to people to warn people, hey, we might hit this bridge, which was considerably quite a bit of time before they hit the bridge. So
and they never closed the bridge.
Exactly. I'm like, why in the hell would they not have police blocking off both sides of the bridge? And not only that, apparently there was construction workers working on the bridge overnight, and they never evacuated them. So they're part of the casualties, I guess. It's like they literally called ahead and said, hey, we could possibly hit this bridge. And it's like a bunch of people went, they won't hit it. Well, they hit it.
It is tough how they hit like an actual leg of the bridge.
Yeah.
I think everything would have been okay had they not directly smoked a leg.
Yeah.
Pillar, I don't know.
I suppose that's what happens when
you.
I suppose that that's a lot of force when you got a 900-foot long cargo ship weighing trillions of pounds smack into a little bit of metal. Wild.
Right? Absolutely insane. Oh, man. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, so the NFL banned the hip drop.
I've seen that. That's
15-yard penalty, automatic first down, and fines.
So in other words,
for a judgment call.
We're at flag football. That seems like we're putting a lot of it's like so broad too. It's like the referee
Harrison
was
Smith,
bad enough as it is.
So Harrison Smith, Harry the Hitman.
Yeah.
Had my favorite tweet about this whole situation. He was asked about it, and he replied. So he was asked, I want to know Harrison Smith's thoughts on the ban of the hip drop tackle. Harrison Smith quote tweeted it and said, as a human, mostly indifferent. As a business person, the NFL is protecting the merchandise. National audiences tune in to see offense. Further protecting offensive players, which stops you from which causes you to potentially weaken tackling attempts, which leads to bigger offensive plays. Win-win. Then the third line, as Hitman, dislike, more defensive fines, true sport weakens. Like, I love that he had to go through all 3 stages of how you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But as the Hitman, fuck that, dude. That's lame. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, we're just getting closer and closer to flag football. Like, you're gonna lose. Eventually, you're gonna go so far that people stop watching football because it's no longer football. It's like watching the stupid what they call it that nobody cares about. They pick all of the top athletes in the NFL to go play. What do they call it? Why am I drawing a blank?
Oh, the Pro Bowl? Yeah.
Yeah, the Pro Bowl. It's like the Pro Bowl. Nobody cares about it. really, because it's not football. It's just like going out and playing catch or something.
Right.
I don't know. That eventually we're gonna get to that stage, and then they're gonna go, "Oh shit, we
Yeah, I don't
better
know.
make tackling a thing again."
Yeah, I don't know.
I just think it's stupid. I mean, I feel like that's like, there's a lot of people there that they're only, well, half of the team is there to be defense, and you're invalidating that, you're making their position less credible by implementing more and more and more rules to, the defense.
Ah, just poked
You
myself in
good?
the eye. Because I was reacting to Twitch. Hype trains on Twitch are now reaching new heights. You can get new global emote rewards for hype train levels of 10, 25, 50, and 100. A level 10 hype train requires $400 worth of bits and subs. A level 25 requires 5 grand. Level 50 requires 40 grand. Level 100 is unknown, but extrapolating the data suggests that it would require $500,000. Has anybody ever received that in the 10 minutes it would take to get a hype train?
I
Can
mean,
I be first?
right. I was about to say it only has to happen once, and then you could retire.
Well, probably not. Because after Twitch takes their cut, realistically, that's like 250. Then after the government takes their cut, that's like 100 grand.
Right.
That ain't even buying me a house.
But unless you got people making $5,000 donos
Yeah,
or
you're not
more,
getting there. It's wild.
you better have, over 1 million viewers at one time. So that's why I'm saying it'll only have to happen one time, because you would be able to retire because you have 1 million viewers. You know, that would mean that unless they just, you got those viewers overnight or something, you would have a pretty successful channel through that time
Yeah.
period.
Ugh.
If I know anything about Twitch, it's not usually an overnight platform type
Oh,
thing.
God, no.
So it's not like you stream and then wake up the next day and you have 1 million followers.
Unless you're just that good, but I am not that good.
Right. None of us are. We're here for entertainment purposes, not for expertises in any type of video game.
Right? The hell am I watching?
No, I can't see your screen.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, so Grayson, aka the Duck,
Mm-hmm.
kind of was on Monday Night Raw last night. So
Oh
he
yeah.
was there and he was sitting like 3 rows behind commentary. So you could see
Oh,
him anytime they'd cut to commentary. Yeah.
they should let him commentate.
God, no. They should let
Oh
me,
yeah.
though.
No, they should let him.
God, no.
His takes would be incredible.
Nobody wants to hear that. I hope.
Well, nobody wants to hear it, but that's not his gig though. He says the things that people don't want to hear. Says the things that anger people.
That's not good.
Still gets reactions.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like
it
it's like
probably
YouTube
does get.
videos. Bad reactions are still reactions and go towards algorithms. So
That's fair. Hey, let's go. That video got a couple, 1 or 2 views. Not a lot, but hey, we're trying to cook. I gotta go get a video edited because I don't have one ready for tomorrow. Dude, trying to do a video every day is different.
Yeah.
Especially trying to also find time to stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You said I was going to be extremely interested in a video. Was it the uh the Black Ops video?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was interested in
The
it. I
Black
watched
Ops
the whole
collection.
video.
I don't know if the leak's real. Obviously, it's a leak. Leaks can't
Uh-huh.
be trusted, but I
That'd be
thought it was
cool.
definitely worth talking about. But it is weird. Why would that be a Nintendo announcement? That's what's bugging me about it.
Right. Yeah.
But hey, that's just a theory. A game
No, it'd be
theory.
cool if they were to revamp that game. I would pick it up and start playing it like now.
Yeah, dude. Give me Black Ops 3 in 2024.
Right.
It'd be good stuff.
Give me fucking Blackout again, man.
And then last week when you left was when I, made the little mini announcement of like, we already kind of talked about it, but like, I'm not going to stream as much. I want to focus on YouTube,
Right. Yeah.
which, yeah, that's probably worse for my wallet, but like, I don't care. YouTube's what I want to
Yeah.
do. And I need to
Right.
take the time. Because what I'm learning is like, yeah, I've been making videos for all these years, but I haven't like learned anything.
Mm-hmm.
I have no new editing tricks. I'm editing the same way I was 5 years ago.
Right.
It's like I want to
Yeah.
take the time to learn things and get better at things. And I don't know, streaming 80 hours a week might be a little ridiculous, dog.
That's
Let's
true.
stream for
Yeah.
like 20 and just make them hopefully more entertaining while we're there.
It's hard to keep up with streaming. I can attest. I streamed like twice, and I'm like,
Right. And
I'm
it's like,
busy.
I don't know, YouTube's where I want to be. I want to grow the YouTube. And I don't know, in 4 months, if it's not growing that much, maybe I'll go back to focusing more on just streams. But
Right.
I don't
Well,
know.
it seems like some of your YouTube videos get quite a few views. So
Yeah, I got to figure out what the strategy is there because it's very weird how it hits and misses.
right. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to figure out how YouTube like promotes their videos. You
Yeah.
know,
At least
so
for
you get
me,
it to
I don't
where
have it figured out. I'm sure somebody does.
I know they're just like any other platform. Once you're big enough, it really doesn't matter. It's going to promote your video no matter what because you have so many followers and
Right.
but
Yeah, it's very different. Very different. So we got to keep going. I don't want this show to end as early as last week's did.
yeah.
Not even at the
I
hour
haven't-
mark.
Yeah, I never know where we're at, so
Yeah. But
I rely on you to know how far we're into it.
right, I don't know. We got through the big thing I wanted to yap about, so now I'm concerned. Oh, so the NFL's also changing the kickoff rules
I seen that. Yep.
to
Yeah,
be
I
more
was
like.
gonna bring that up and I forgot about it.
I think that is really. I don't know how I feel. Other than it almost is. It's basically going to force teams to give returners a chance, which
Right.
to me is awesome because the teams, obviously with good special teams coordinators, that's going to be important. But the
Mhm.
teams with guys like Cordero Patterson and Kene Nwangwu and Devin Duvernay and these really good returners, that's going to be a position that matters again.
Right.
Instead of, well, they just boot it out the back of the end zone every time. If you kick it out the back of the end zone, the other team gets the ball at the 35-yard line. That's how the rule is laid out. So no kicker is going to want to do that. They're going to be taught
Right.
not to.
Well, and what I noticed about it is like the kick returner is getting a running start. Like especially if they back way up and they're running up and they catch the football on a run, like they're hitting the like 20-25 yard line before anybody else is even getting off the line barely. So
Right.
it was crazy to me. I was watching a bunch of, because it's like what, the XFL or whatever that does that they're
Yeah.
stealing the rule from. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Part of me thinks the Vikings might just make the playoffs because our offense never sees the field. Kene Nwangwu is just going to score every fucking time.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. So I think the reason they're getting so far up. Okay, so let me kind of break this down a little bit. So these kickoffs are. Sorry, I'm trying to find another video of it, but I might have to just go with the one I was just looking at.
Yeah.
Okay. So it appears, I don't see the full rule set, but I think the kicks are actually happening from farther back as well.
Really?
I'm trying to see where they were describing the rules, but I've not found it yet. Let's see. Okay, so the Jets play the 49ers this year. This is a weird tangent, but there are going to be Christmas Day games. If we do not get the Niners in red and the Jets in green on Christmas Day, the NFL's doing it wrong.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so the new kickoff rules. The kicking teams, 10 players cannot, okay, hold on. This isn't, okay, so the alignment, the kicker will be kicking from the 35-yard line. So that is backed up a little bit. The kickoff team, your set of 10 guys, will be lined up at the 40, well, between the 40 and the 45 of the opposing team. The setup zone, so the return team, will be lined up between the 30 and the 35 with about 5 to 10 yards in between the two. Now, neither the setup or the kickoff guys are allowed to move until the ball is caught.
Mm-hmm.
So that does give your returner a chance to catch the ball and start going, which is interesting, which does mean most of the time you will be starting at the 25 or the 30-yard line probably.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the 10 players on the kicking team cannot move until the ball hits the ground or the player in the landing zone or the end zone. The receiving team cannot move until the kick hits the ground or the player or the end zone. Any kick that hits in the landing zone must be returned, which I love. Any kick that hits before the landing zone, which would be just an atrocious kick. Getting it, what would that be, 55 yards on a kick? That's not good. Would be a touchback to the 40.
Holy shit.
Yeah, don't fuck it up, bud.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the same as the rule for if it went out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
A kick that hits the landing zone, rolls into the end zone, and is downed is a touchback to the 20, which is nice. Touchbacks going back to the 20 instead of the 25. I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
A kick that lands in the end zone or goes out the back is a touchback to the 35. And onside kicks are only allowed in the fourth quarter, which I don't love. That's the one thing I hate is no more like surprise onside kicks. Those were my favorite.
Right.
Because there's a real skill to being good at an onside kick.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the team trailing has the opportunity to declare an onside kick to the officials, and it would just go back to like the current onside kick rules. No fair catches are allowed, and the proposal is technically just for 1 year. So it might change at the end of this season, though I highly doubt it, because this is going to be way more exciting as long as your team has a real returner.
Right. Now return man is all of a sudden,
Don't worry, Minnesota's never not had one, so we're still okay.
Right.
The Bills still have Deontay Hardy, so they should be okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, they always seem to have just speedy guys, and that's kind of a good guy to have for a return man, so.
The Steelers just signed Cordero Patterson, so they got the best in the world. Though I do wonder if this changes who is the best at it.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens if a record gets broken like this? Like somebody breaks Cordero Patterson's record for kick return touchdowns in their career off this new rule set. Is it easier or harder? I guess we have to see a year of it happening to decide that.
Right.
Because you can't look at the XFL about it. Because those are not the same type of athlete.
No. Well, and my thing is are they going to start just throwing people like Tyreek Hill back there to?
Well, that's always been the argument for kick returns too, and nobody does it because the chance of injury is still wild and not worth it.
Right. Well, I mean, it would be less likely because you're not going to have the high speed collisions.
That is true.
So it's basically like you get the ball and you have an offensive line blocking for you. That's not much difference, really.
But yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm not as upset about the kickoff thing.
No, the kickoff I think could be really cool.
Yeah. It's the stupid tackle thing that drives me nuts.
As
I'm a defense guy. I love defense.
Yeah.
And it's just going to make defense boring to me because I feel like, and also the other thing is how broad of a broad of a rule it is.
Yeah.
And the referees were already terrible last year. Now you're going to give them another thing that they could just randomly call and it'd be completely bogus and dumb and, you know, it's just, I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of overturned, you know, calls or overturned touchdowns or overturned, good defensive stops and shit like that, just because, I thought that was a dirty tackle, or the guy got tackled but he ended up on the guy's legs, so I don't know.
Dude.
I just feel like it's way too broad, and I don't even think it should be a rule in the first place, because the whole reason people tackle like that is because they got rid of the big hits in the first place. So I don't know.
The internet hurts my brain, but it also sometimes makes me really happy. Kurt Benkert was a backup quarterback for the Falcons and Packers for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He is finally proving to the world that just because you played football doesn't mean you understand football, which is really great for people like me, who people would used to argue, well, did you ever play in the NFL? No, then your opinion doesn't matter. It's like, neither did most scouts and GMs. I probably do know more about this than them. It's okay. This guy, Kurt Benkert, wouldn't be shocked if the Chargers ate $130 million in dead cap to trade Justin Herbert and then draft J.J. McCarthy because, well, Jim Harbaugh coached him at Michigan. It's like, bro, that makes no sense. Also, why did Harbaugh pick the Chargers, the team with a set quarterback, over the other 8 teams who offered him who didn't have a set quarterback? It's almost like he wanted to be sure he had a quarterback.
Right.
Don't be a fucking weirdo.
That makes me laugh, though.
But also, please trade Justin Herbert to the Vikings, you fucks.
It reminds me of an argument I got into yesterday. I think it was last week with my coworkers. So a bunch of us young people were talking to the older coworkers about how, the economy and stuff and inflation, and we got onto the topic about buying homes and living, livable wages and stuff like that. And they were trying, the older folks trying to make it seem like the 80s were a lot tougher than it is now. And we were like, no, it's not. And, I went into all of these facts about why it was easier in the 80s than it is now. One of the biggest ones is like, okay, if I want to buy a home, my mortgage, and I said, okay, now, and this is our set standard. We're talking about people who are middle class, which is like $75,000. Let's say $75,000 middle class.
Well, now it's that.
Yeah,
It
that's
used
what
to
it is
be
now.
like 20,000.
And I said this is so middle class today is like $75,000.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, I said, now think of it this way: 75. If I made $75,000 right now today, and I decided to go buy a home, the average priced home, it would take up 70% of my income to pay for that home.
Pay for the mortgage.
70%
Yeah,
to pay for the mortgage.
because the average price of a house in the U.S. I think is up to like $350,000.
Yep. And then I said, okay, now let's take your average price or middle class, which I don't remember what it was. I looked it up at the time.
Yeah, I think
But
it's like 20, maybe
I think it was
30 grand.
I think it was 32,000
Okay,
in the
that
80s
sounds
or
right.
something like that, which was middle class. It was something like that.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, now on the same thing, to buy a home. You know how much your income was, or your mortgage was? 40% of your
Yeah.
income, your average income.
Yeah.
That's a big difference, because 40% you can still maybe buy groceries and pay for a car or stuff like that. We, just to buy a house, would wipe out 70% of our income, which is wild. You're looking at like 2% interest rates versus 7.5% to 8% interest rates. It is wild. I could not believe that they were like, and then after, and then this is where I was getting at is I got well, you didn't live in the 80s, so you don't know. And it just, the younger coworkers and I were looking at each other. We just cracked up because that comment just did it for me. It's like, that's a stupid comment.
Dude,
Like, we have literal computers at our fingertips.
yeah, we
Everywhere
literally
we
have
go.
all of the knowledge of all of human history. You're
Yes.
arguing with facts because your feelings are butthurt. Dude,
Yeah.
it's my favorite thing. I keep seeing it all the time. The older generations, mostly boomers, that post on the internet about how our generations, technically we're both Gen Z, but we also both fall right at that like millennial Gen Z transfer phase.
Right.
But like either way, millennials and Gen Z, all of them call us the worst generations in history that have ruined everything, when in reality boomers were handed the greatest economy of all time and have turned it into the worst economy of all time. It's only been them. They've been in power for 70 years. And
Yeah.
like every problem is their fault. We've done nothing. We haven't been allowed to yet. You good?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just flying a plane.
Bro's playing War Thunder.
Yeah.
This
So-
guy.
I had to murder a person real quick. He shot my wingtip. I'm a bomber right now. But yeah, it's just, I don't understand why. I get it. Some people don't want to work. I get it. There are people out there that take advantage of systems and stuff like that. But for the most part, we're just living with what the older generation gave us.
Yeah.
You cannot seriously sit there and blame us for the shit that you brought upon us. I don't know.
I kind of think that's true. Caleb Williams is just the first true Gen Z quarterback, so everyone who's critical of his off the field behavior just doesn't understand how weird that generation is. It's like, yeah, that's fair. You're kind of right. He's getting judged because, he paints his nails. It's like, yeah, so does like every Gen Z dude ever.
Yeah.
Shit, if I gave Wonder $5 tomorrow, he'd let me paint his nails. He'd do it for the bit.
True. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. I've painted my nails before, so.
Right? Oh God, so ridiculous.
Eh, I'm on fire, and I have fuel leaking, my oil, all of my engines are leaking oil.
Bro's
Uh,
leaking.
yeah, I mean, I have been damaged. And I destroyed a friendly center.
But
I don't know. Economy sucks. Everything sucks.
everything does suck.
Yeah.
No, this time other Artie is right. Artemis Frost just posted a tweet that's just cheese pizza is the superior pizza. You right.
True.
There are other
True.
good pizzas, but like genuinely to me, when I think, man, I want pizza, I just want a cheese pizza.
Yeah.
95% of the time. And normally the other pizza I want is just too expensive for me to ever buy. And Wonder
Yeah.
knows what one that is.
Yeah.
God, that was such
30,
good. Now I want.
$30 for a pizza though.
Now I want it
For a
again though.
medium.
It's
Yeah.
also it's like
It was good.
it was like $28 for a medium and 31 for a large. I probably should have just bought the large, but I didn't want to throw away pizza.
Right.
It wasn't
Yeah.
just a money thing. I don't like wasting food.
True.
So,
I don't know. I like cheese pizza, but you know me, cheese does not like me.
dude,
But I
you
still
struggle
eat
with pizza.
That's true.
Because all
But
pizzas got cheese.
I will devour me some pizza. I don't care if it destroys me.
But yeah, Coral, who we also met at TwitchCon, was like, "It's okay to be wrong sometimes," and Artie immediately replied with, "I'm glad you can admit it." I like it.
Did even miss a beat? Oh god, I don't know if I can land this
Like,
big boat.
and okay, so it's this thing of like 95% of the time I want cheese pizza. Another 4% of the time I just want pepperoni. That's
Yeah, I'm a meat lovers guy too. I also have
see that ends up to me being too many toppings.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
But
I can understand that. Yeah. I don't know. I like a lot of toppings though, so
yeah. Elbozo.
I am the bows of all of those.
Oh, also, what is it? Like a week? No, 2 weeks. April 12th, I think, is Fallout.
Oh yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is
I'm
that
excited.
releasing Fallout show release schedule? Is it going week by week like a shitty April 11th? Yeah, all 8 episodes of Fallout will premiere at once
Nice.
rather than keeping to a weekly schedule. Just binge
I
it.
can sit there and binge watch it.
So Wonder's gonna come over and watch Fallout with me, huh?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Which actually might not be on the 11th, because for us both to be able to watch it, we might have to wait. No, the 11th is a Thursday night. Let's go. You can just come over and watch Fallout all in one go. Quick 8 hours of Fallout. Let's cook. I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. I haven't been excited for stuff to watch in a while. So.
And then the Acolyte comes out in shortly.
Yep.
June.
Yep.
The internet hates it, apparently.
I just can't believe it's almost water season again.
I'm so happy it is, though.
Yeah, I'm ready to play some video
Your
games.
current work schedule annoys the fuck out of me.
Yeah, well, it doesn't help that I got a gajillion other things that I got going on too.
Oh, I forgot I wanted to bring this up, because about a year ago you mentioned getting a gym membership.
Yeah.
And I told you that was a waste of money.
Yeah.
I was right.
Well,
you've gone 4 times.
I shouldn't have bought it when I did. I should have waited till the beginning of summer and then got it.
I don't think that would have changed anything. You don't have any time.
That's what I'm saying. I bought it right before water season was over, and I went back to 40-hour weeks. So
I don't think it would have changed anything if I'm being honest. But no, so the Acolyte trailer is apparently the most disliked Star Wars trailer of all time for some reason.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Because people are fucking stupid.
Fair enough.
And they don't understand Star Wars lore, but they want to cry about it. Because you get this line from Ki-Adi-Mundi about how the Sith have been extinct for 1,000 years. But then later in that same movie, you get Yoda talking about the rule of two, which was implemented in that 1,000 years they were somehow extinct. Because there wasn't a rule of two before the Sith went extinct. And the movies have always told us that Ki-Adi-Mundi is not someone you trust when he speaks. Yet everybody is pointing at him as the good guy, as like he knows what's going on. The Jedi didn't know about the Sith. They absolutely did. They didn't know that they were like running things. Obviously, to use the Sith were extinct line, Palpatine couldn't have existed then, because he was a Sith in a time where they were supposed to be extinct. You do understand how fucking dumb you sound, right? Like, come on. The whole point of the rule of two is that the Sith existed in the shadows. Oh, so somebody's killing all these Jedi. Whether the Acolyte is actually a Sith or just a dark Force user, I don't know. It's probably a Sith, though, based off the way the person who wrote this show said she, like, talked about it. Yeah. And then these are the same people. I want more Legends stuff to be canon. That's what this show is doing. But now you're complaining because it wasn't canon. It's like, yeah, because they're using Legend stuff. Why do you hate everything?
Yeah, I don't know. They just love to hate. It seems to be the world we live in these days. Everybody just likes to hate something, and I don't understand why. Like, why don't you just try pretending you like it? You might actually be like, oh shit, I actually kind of like this stuff. I like what's going on here. I don't know. People confuse me.
But like I don't see what's wrong with it. It looks awesome.
I thought it looked awesome too, so you're not alone in that aspect. I don't know if I have enough payload to destroy this airbase.
It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Oh, it is official now that the Broncos are getting new uniforms. So Broncos, Texans, Jets, Lions are all confirmed. Still waiting on word about the Titans and Seahawks, but my guess would be no's. Also, the newest rumor is that the Vikings are going to get a real alternate helmet for this year, because we don't have an alternate. We just wore the same helmet, but with a different decal and different face mask, which is allowed.
Right.
You can have as many variations on that, because it's the shell rule. If it's a different paint job of the shell. So we're probably getting a whiteout helmet, and I'm kind of excited for it. Because I don't like having a white helmet all the time. I think having a white helmet to just go like all white every once in a while is sick. But you can't overuse it. Like, I hate that the Bills have a white helmet all the time.
Right.
Save that white helmet for certain occasions and it'd be sick, and go back to a red helmet. God damn it.
True. I agree.
There are very few teams that I think should keep a white helmet. Like the Dolphins, I feel like you have to. Their helmets have been white literally always.
Right.
And it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What else do I know? I'm trying to think of. Uh-oh.
I got blown up right before I dropped the bombs.
Nice.
I would have won the game right there. Oh
well. Let's see. Oh, I'm about to get smoked. So Jake started a March Madness style bracket for NFL content creators.
Mm-hmm.
And I've won the first 2 rounds, but I'm about to go up against a guy with like multiple thousands of followers. So I think I'm Jover.
Yeah.
I think it's
Probably.
Jova.
Maybe they'll turn on him and follow and vote for
That'd
you
be pretty
instead.
dope, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just quote tweet it with, "If you vote for Zeb, your team will never win another Super Bowl." Hope that flips everybody.
Right. That's smart strategy.
Right.
Gaslighted everybody into voting for you.
Yeah, that's the goal.
I suppose I better get ready to go
Yeah,
fill eggs.
it was probably a good one.
Yeah.
Good place to end it. So, yeah, I guess without any further ado, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.